is not very powerful, and I have no idea if I'm actually live or just talking to myself in a room somewhere, which is very possible. Maybe there's no sound and all kinds of stuff. Who knows? I'm not even sure that the chat's working, which makes things even better. We are really trying out a new Hello? Can anyone? Maybe, maybe not. Can we do a lesson? It's not looking good. Not looking good, folks. This is not a good start. Today's stream is not sponsored at all by this red drink. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do wonder, can anyone see this? I can't see the chat, so I don't know. But anyway, if you can, then this is what we're doing today. So you can take a look at that and entertain yourself for a minute while I try to confirm if anyone can see anything and anything is actually happening. It's one of those things, isn't it? The internet just decides to go terrible at the exact moment when you need it to be good. I'm going to give this a few minutes to resolve itself before we just knock it on the head. Can I get the chat in? I might be able to get the chat in OBS. That would be helpful. Need the chat, after all. The topic for today is supposed to be the media, although I'm suspecting that we might be doing this in a few weeks instead. That is frustrating. Right, I'm going to just try restarting everything. Okay, I'm going to try that again, this time with a slightly lower quality. So, hello, internet. I can see the chat now, so if you can hear this, say hello. David, I'm here. Hello, Mujahid Kalo, how are you? Hello. Daisy says, Rich, your internet's slower than my internet. It's not my internet, it's an Airbnb. I'm staying at an Airbnb. Actually, the internet's good. It's not bad anyway. Julia says, my internet's very poor. Sonia says, hello. And Ilma says, hello, now it's okay. We're on. Hello there. See, it can be done. This is what professionalism. Edvar, hello, how are you? Hello, Vladimir. Are we all good? Do we have everyone or just some people? David has made an obnoxious comment about my internet. I'm on holiday, David. I shouldn't even be streaming. I'm doing this for your benefit. Don't get funny with me, son. Ilma says gone again. Yeah, I don't think if we keep getting that. Okay. I'm not sure what I can do to help that. we can only try a little bit, and if it keeps having problems, then we will terminate and restart another time. But anyway, what I intended to do... Oh my God, connection's so bad. Okay. Yeah. Poor quality, I guess, folks. What can I do? Let me just try something else. I think that's about as low as I can possibly go. About as low as I can possibly go. So let's see how the internet is now. I've dropped the bit rate quite low, which should help the internet. The internet is poor after the war broke in Khartoum, Sudan. You really think that's a factor here? Not so sure about that, eh? Not so sure about that. Do you know about Sri Lanka? I want to talk today about the media, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'll try once more, just restarting the stream. Okay, everybody, let's try this one last time. Hello. How are we doing? Are we live? And how is our interaction? Do you trust the media? And we have one comment here, which is, it depends on what kind of media. Sonia, what do you mean by that? Daisy says, Pallavi, my internet's very strong because I use a private internet. Great. Sammy says, I'm Sammy from Saudi Arabia. What do you think of the Saudi Arabian media, Sammy? And Zaka says, hello. Can I ask a question? What beliefs do you have which conflict with media narratives? Julia says, from my perspective, some platforms are very useful to boost your education level and have a wide range of knowledge to soak up every bit of knowledge happening around the world. Like what platforms? We seem to have a lot of people talking about the positives of media, which is fair enough. But tell me about that. What are the positives of media? Depends on the media channel. Edwin says, hello, everyone. I'm from Colombia. Oh, hello there, Edwin. I'm from the United Kingdom, but at the moment I am elsewhere. United Kingdom, but at the moment... Instagram is popular in my country. So that's a trustworthy news source, right? Instagram. You can get all of your top high quality information from Instagram. So I'm going to show you a little picture here. I want you to tell me, what do you think this represents? So what do you see in the picture? What does this represent to you? What does narrative mean, says Babek? So narrative means a story, telling a story. When we talk about the media narrative, then the media narrative is the story that the media wishes to present. Gita says, WhatsApp and Telegram is popular in my country. Is that what I mean by media, Gita? When I say the word media, do you think of WhatsApp and Telegram? So Lucia says, the picture seems like Big Brother by Orwell. Pallavi says, people don't watch TV because everyone can watch it in shows on mobile phones. Pallavi, you're talking about young people, though. You're talking about people who are 20 and whatnot. Actually, old people watch a lot of TV. Worku says that I'm from Ethiopia. Very good. So Lan again asking about narrative. Narrative is a constructed story. It's the way that you present something to the world in a story-like fashion, which is really the way that the media operates, isn't it? So Nasiba says, in my country, YouTube and Insta are more popular than TV. Nasiba, what's your country? What is your country? Pallavi says, for me, media is the app where people connect with each other. That's a type of media, Pallavi. Normally we call that social media. But there's other types of media as well, like written media, newspapers and so on. And then you have broadcast media, which is radio and TV. Narrative is to record information. Narrative is a presentation of information in a story format. It's very popular, and there are advantages and disadvantages. Actually, narrative can be a positive thing because it can help you remember things. Learning by story is a popular way of learning in general. Saha says, hi, how are you? Hello. I think I've finally fixed my internet problems, although we have had to sacrifice quality. Narrative is the presentation of information. That's right. I still kind of want to know where Nasiba's from, who thinks that YouTube and Insta is more popular than TV. It's possible. I think actually YouTube is probably more popular than TV everywhere. Media platform is the most popular engaging social media in Myanmar. Oh, Meta. Meta platform. You mean Facebook? What else is there to do with Facebook? I know they keep talking about Meta, but, what is it? Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures of things related to the media. I'd like you to have a look at the pictures and type in the chat, what do you think these things represent? So these are all pictures of things related to media. Type in the chat, what do you think these things represent? Daisy says, Rich, I have not watched TV for a long time. TV is for display only. Yeah, I'm the same, Daisy. I don't watch TV. And in fact, I rarely stream anything from a TV broadcast institution, such as the BBC or Channel 4, Channel 5, Sky News, all that stuff. I avoid it even on YouTube. But with old people, like people in the 70s and above, it's very popular. They still love it. And all their opinions come straight from the TV, don't they? Anouette says number 4 is tabloids. Anouette, could that represent anything else? Is it simply tabloids or is there more to it? Kind of wish I could hear my own voice here, but I don't think I have that possibility. Smileys represent emotions. Marina, there's something else going on there, isn't there, in number 2? It's not just about smileys. Even if you can't see the text, you can see that all those smiley faces have the same sort of expression. Acid Cloud says it represents information. Okay. In its day, radio was the best media, says Mosen. And Ilma says number 3 is propaganda. Yes. Number 3 is propaganda, isn't it? I love number 3. It's so good. I don't know if you can all see the text because I am streaming at low quality at the moment. Nasiba says, if I get bored with the internet, I would prefer to watch TV, but occasionally. Yeah, but you can watch everything on the internet, Nasiba. You've got Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Paramount Plus, YouTube, Twitch. Pallavi says number 1 is wrong information. Yeah, right. A lot of people talk about the BBC as being a very trustworthy news source, that a lot of news on the BBC is high quality. It's very good information. What do you think about that? Do you agree? Do you think the BBC is very high quality with strong quality news? Does anyone have any negative things to say about the BBC? Yes, that's right, Tomek. You can. That's on your side, though. But on my side, I've had to lower the quality because of the internet. Sammy says the BBC is very high quality. Interesting. Interesting perspective. So these pictures represent 4 ideas. I'm going to tell you 4 of those ideas and 2 more. And these are all things, these are all ideas in the media, concepts in the media. So we have sensationalism, political bias, outrage culture, fake news, fact checking as a gatekeeping device, and echo chambers. Let's talk about some of those. First, 1. What is sensationalization or sensationalism? Answers in the chat and use the number. Type 1 and put your answer. What is sensationalization or sensationalism? Pallavi says, I don't know about the BBC channel, but it's very famous. And Mosen says it depends on the reporter. So Acid Cloud says 1 is rage bait. Rage bait is the idea that something makes you angry, so you click on it and engage with it. And that's a way that media institutions can get your attention. Now, I agree that sensationalization can be a possible way of creating rage bait, but they're not the same thing. Julia says, thanks to the politically unstable situation in Myanmar, the overseas broadcasts such as the BBC are unavailable to watch. My word. That's interesting, isn't it, Julia? Do you know what's unavailable to watch in the UK, Julia? Russia Today. Cannot watch Russia Today in the UK. It's interesting, isn't it? Fatima says, news depends upon agendas. Yes, Fatima, that's what I mean when I say media narrative. Yes, Sonia, you have a good definition there, Miss Butterini. So Sonia says, Sensationalism or sensationalization is exaggerating something to have a greater emotional effect. That's right. Okay, let's talk about number 2. Number 2 is political bias. So what is political bias? Answers in the chat. Hello, Nipa. Julia says, I have no idea your position politically. So, political bias is a political imbalance or not a neutral perspective. People often say that the media, all media, in fact, have very strong political biases. Julia says political favoritism, which, yes, I agree with that. That is exactly what I think is political bias. Let's move on then to the next one, number 3. So number 3 is outrage culture. Some people say that media organizations have an over-reliance on outrage culture. What do you think that means? To have an over-reliance on outrage culture? Edwin says, can you write the question? Yeah, of course. I will write the question in chat, Edwin. So number 3, what is outrage culture? Pallavi says, I don't understand politics. And unfortunately, I have to study politics, political science. Do you know what can be interesting, Pallavi? Is the political biases of political science courses. Shit. Oh, I swore on stream. I think that's possibly the first time that I've sworn on an English language stream. Very good. I knocked my spare Coke Zero on the floor. Oh dear.